So, you know, I come with lot of hopes and go with a lot of depression. You know, there is so much of bad news. American girl coming, writing so bad about, you know, India. Then government's problem which are there. Then the problems of administrators. So it creates a lot of depression. And in addition, then we hear of Harvard, Oxford, Cambridge being on the top, and we are nowhere. But who created Nalanda? Who created Takshila? Who is giving 20% faculty members of Harvard? Who is giving 20% faculty members to University of Michigan and Stanford? It's only India. Okay? So we should be very, very clear that we have great minds, and for education you need only one thing, that is great mind and enabling environment. So when I'm talking about private education, we know that India has got great minds, but where is enabling environment? I come from a private university system. We can't do admissions, so government does admission for us, right? We can't decide our fee, the government decides fee for us. And interestingly, the government decides fee program-wise. So this is this program, and you must charge only this much. And if you want to do PhD program, if you want to give a scholarship, that's your headache. Because in great universities, there is also a great system of cross subsidy. You make some money from one program, from one faculty, and you do cross subsidy. All over the world, the pattern is that engineering college, management college, and medical college, they earn for you. And that's how you promote science, that's how you promote liberal arts, that's how you promote fine arts and performing arts. So there is no freedom. So where is that enabling environment? And unless that enabling environment comes, it would be difficult for great minds to work and to be productive. But in spite of that, there is some hope. The hope is that if private universities have to do well, they can differentiate themselves by focusing on students. One problem of a government system is that student is not treated as the center of activities. Sometimes even teachers are not treated as center of activities. The only center of activities are vice chancellors and registrar. When they walk, everybody walks after them, and poor students are lost somewhere. So the hope is student centricity. The second hope is that we need to focus on engaging industry. See, we talk so much about why industry is not participating, but what are we doing for industry? To what extent we are sending our teachers and students to industry? If it is just a transactional relationship where we want something from industry, industry is not going to come to us. But when we say no, we really want to help you, we want to give time to you, and we are not going to expect anything from you, then industry would work. And that can only be done by private universities, because they know that they are dependent on industry. The employability of students is dependent on industry, and that should be done. Lastly, private universities have been depending on student fee, because that's the major source of funding. And the students give fee for private good. They don't give money for public good. And that's why it becomes very difficult for them to do research. It is very important that University Grant Commission, AICT, Government of India start giving them money to do research. Because they can do research much more efficiently, much more effectively. Otherwise, the cost of research would be very, very high. It is also important for private universities to think beyond fee. If they don't have other models of revenue generation and they are just depending on fee, they would not be effective in long term. So I'm sure that we are a new country. Till 1947, we were an agrarian country. We assumed that we are going to enter into industrial era when we would be really leaders of manufacturing. That never happened. But somehow we are into knowledge era and we have our teething problems. But as we have created Nalanda and Takshila, I'm sure that we are going to create world-class universities and private universities would lead the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Anup Singh, for very, very useful points.